working. Y'all hear me? Camera recording? Camera recording. Alright. Everything set. Get it. What? Good job. Come back. Hey.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Oh God, bro, you just stole Berleezy's whole intro.
Word for word.
Yes, I know, bro. Calm down. But like, y'all see how like recognizable that intro is? I want like an intro like that, like something that's kind of like recognizable. Like, what it do? Like, I want something like that. I'm gonna be working on it for like the next couple of videos. I'm gonna be working on it. And if y'all have any suggestions, let me know down in the comments. But as you see in the title of the video, today we're breaking down a rock wave type beat that I made. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. All right, so first things first, let me play the loop for y'all. Now, without further ado, let's get into the breakdown of the beat. For the guitar, I'm using Apple Guitar Lite version. This is the free version. So I made this while I was in Guatemala. This is something off camera. And the melody that kind of popped into my head was this right here. So basically what this was pretty much just a breakdown of chords, right? So because the chord is pretty much just broken up. So let me explain. The key that we are in is F sharp major, right? Which goes. Right? So the first chord would be F sharp major, right? Which is the 1. Because it's the start of the key, right? It's the first key. The first key of the scale, right? So pretty much what this is, as you can see, it's just broken up. And then this B right here is just a passing note, just to make it a little bit more interesting. So instead of just, it has like a little more, adds a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? It makes it more interesting, okay? So I'm gonna just play it a little bit. And then the next chord.
What do you say?
The next chord is D sharp minor, right? Which is, if we're going, the 6, I believe. 1, 7, 6. Yes, it's the 6. You know why it's a 6? It's because it's the 6. It starts with the 6th note in the scale, right? So we're at the 6th, which is D minor, right? And that's like, just like the first one, it's just a chord broken up, or by step. So, and it just goes up the scale. See that? So it goes. So after I got that down, the next part would be the bass notes or the root notes, whichever you prefer. So the root notes go F sharp up to A sharp minor. Now the reason why I didn't go D minor, right? Because like I said, it would be right to go D minor, but going this low, it doesn't work. As you can see, I'm pressing it right now. And it doesn't work. But I didn't want to like put up an octave, so I kind of just went with one of the notes within the chord of D sharp minor, which was A sharp. I felt it would work on F sharp because I already had played the F sharp. It wouldn't make sense. So after I played the A sharp, I played a B, right? And then it pretty much starts over, except instead of this being on F sharp, this is on D sharp. which creates a whole other chord, right? Right, it creates a D, F sharp. Oh, it's the same chord. It's just now this is it as taking place of the root note, right? I know, like, some of y'all being like, bro, what the fuck is he talking about? Yeah, I know it. I'm pretty bad at explaining. I'm not gonna lie.
Garbage.
But we gonna power through it. And then after the D sharp, I go back to B. And then up to C sharp, which is the next chord, right? So then afterwards, I came into the top part, right? Which is the main melody. And obviously this is what catches the listener's attention, right? So what I go from is from this F right here, up the octave. So, okay. And then the main melody is just supposed to catch the listener's ear. If I could just like silence all of these and just play the top melody. But y'all already heard the top melody, so you already know how it sounds. So all together, right, this is what you kind of come with the guitar. Right, I'm like, okay, now we're on a good track. So what's next? So after I had a guitar melody, here goes some of the effects, right? Which is nothing too crazy, right? I put an reverb on just to give it that little ambiance, and then I cut up low ends. Cause one thing I learned is that when you cut out low ends of the melodies and some of the other stuff, it leaves more room for like your kick and 808. And with this type of beat, you really want that 808 and the kick to really be punching. So I had to get rid of the low end. So with the effects on, it sounds like this. All right, that's out the way. Let's go ahead and go on to the electric guitar. And it's pretty simple, nothing too crazy. So the guitar I'm using is an Expand. It's called the Triple Attack preset. Expand has some good guitars in here, which was surprising to me when I first got it. Expand, if y'all haven't noticed already, is like my go-to plugin. Like, really my go-to probably. Like, I have Omnisphere and I have Contact, but it's just something about Expand. It's just
Muy bien.
it just had all the sounds that I was looking for. But anyway, the effects I put on that were, I'm pretty sure it was just drip. And yes, I do have the drip plugin. Ew! I know y'all tired of seeing the commercial. It's 2 clicks and it's perfect. No, it's not. Not all the time. But it is a good plugin, right? So here's what it sounds like with drip. And this is the preset I'm using on drip. It's just an Apex. This is pretty much like my go-to when it comes to drip plug. Here's what it's like. Here's what it sounds like with the effects on it, or just with dripped on it. Okay, hang on. Let me make sure that I'm still recording. All right, bet I'm still recording. We're past 10 minutes already. I mean, we're gonna edit this video down to 10 minutes anyway. This video is not gonna be more longer than 10 minutes.
Stop the cap.
I might be lying. I'm not gonna lie, but it's definitely not gonna be another 20 minutes. Like at most, like 10 to 12 minutes. That's cap. That's cap. So, next thing, I went to Expand again, and then I got a pad. Right, it's Minesweeper. Right. Expand has a lot of good soft pads. Minesweeper is actually one of my favorite ones to use. So, this is pretty basic. I pretty much just follow the chord progression, which is F sharp, major, 2, D minor to a B major, back to a D minor, B major to C sharp major, right? And then if you want to use numbers, that's the 1, 6, 4, 6, 4, 5. And like I said, if we do numbers, right, the 1 starts with the first note of the scale. Since we are in F sharp major, the first note of the scale is going to be F sharp, and then you go up, right, to G sharp. That's your 2. A sharp is your 3. B is the 4. C sharp is the 5. D sharp is the 6. F is the 7, and then back up to the 1, which is F major. Okay, now we got out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and just play the pad for y'all. So with the effects, it shouldn't be nothing too major. I just put an EQ on it and cut out some low end. Like I said before, you want to leave enough low end for your kick and your 808 because you really want them to not. Right. So with the effects. That's that. Now, with a lot of broad wave beats, there's more times than often is going to be a vocal. Now, I don't have Arcade, I don't have Splice, I don't even have Loop Cloud. So, with none of these options available to me, I really wanted a vocal loop, so I had to make my own. So, what I did, right, it took me a little minute, but I just took my phone, listened to the thing like a couple times over, and I just wrote down what I wanted to sing, right? So after about 3 days, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. It took me like maybe like an hour, or 30 minutes. I don't know. It wasn't that long. But I finally came up with what I wanted to say, and then I just took my microphone right here, and then just sang into the microphone what I wanted to say. So here is a very, let me make sure, a very, very dry cut of what I sound like.
Can you be strong for me? I need your love desperately. Love can be so challenging and I need you right now. But I can't wait no more. Cut your losses at the door. My heart was broken way before, but I don't know how to love you.
Okay, so if you're ever doing like vocal takes or just like live takes with like instruments, you always want to do multiple takes, just so you can get like the best possible take that you want to do. And it's exactly what I did here. Because I'm using vocals, I'm singing right into the microphone. Because sometimes, I sing a little bit too hard. I don't want to sing hard at all. I'm not getting enough gain from the microphone sometimes. So you always want to do multiple takes just to get that perfect take, right? Or what I did is I took a lot of the takes and took what I like from each take and put it into one take, right? Which is exactly what I did. So I sang it a couple times, as you can see from the takes, until I found what I liked, and then I used that take, bounced it out, and then that's when the magic happened. Okay, so this is the take that I went with.
Can you be strong for me? I need your love desperately. Love can be so challenging and I need you right now. But I can't wait no more. Cut your losses at the door. My heart was broken way before, but I don't know how to love you.
Okay, so that's the take. I thought, okay, this is what we're gonna go with. Because at this point, my voice is kind of getting tired, and I just wanted to go ahead and get with it. It was good enough for me. But, okay, so next thing I did instantly was pitch it all the way up, right?
Can you be strong for me?
Okay, so next thing I did with the vocals, right, kind of went a little crazy. First things first, added some reverb, then added a compressor. I have no idea which setting this was. I think it's on the default setting. But if not, then just go ahead and look at these. This is what I went with. Add some little bit of delay, turn the volume just a little bit down. I don't want too much delay, but just enough. And then a little Fruity Love filter. I think I'm on the, there's no way I'm gonna default. Oh no, it's right here. Simple high pass. Okay, now here's what it sounds like with the track. So as I was making this, I was like, you know, I'm just not really rocking with the vocal. I feel like it's too high and it just doesn't need to be that high. So what do? You find a different key. Now we're in the key of 1, 2, 3. We should be in the key of D sharp major. We're key in D sharp major. All right, and then here's what that sounds like. Okay, and in my head, I'm like, yep, that's the perfect key. That sounds like something that right away will hop on this instant. So, without further ado, let's go on and get into the drums. The first thing for me is I kind of start off with the hi-hats. I want to go ahead and get the bounce right. Because with route weight type beats, it's never just like a simple two-step and it's just reverse rolls. They like some breaths that the hi-hats take. So that's the kind of what I was going for. So here goes the hi-hat pattern. So what I usually like to do with my hi-hats is with rolls, I like to play with the pitches a little bit. As you can see, there really is no pitch variation with the rolls. They're all the same. So what I do is I come over to the control panel right here, right? I click, left click, and then I go to find pitch, right? And as you can see, I mess with the fine pitch a little bit. So this one goes down, and then this one goes up. That's just what I do. I feel like it makes it a little bit different. It has a little variation. It's something to look out for or here for. All right, so next thing I did was the snare. And then one thing about me, I usually have at least 2 snares. Normally, it definitely depends on what type of beat I'm doing, but normally it's going to be 2 snares because obviously that snare is not really powerful enough, or it's not really punching hard enough. So here goes the other snare. All right, nothing too crazy, right? And then here goes another snare, right? Just to fill in some of those holes in the pocket. And then the next thing I did was the open hat. All right, and then I don't know what it is. I just like doing everything else before like the kick in the 808. So like I'll do the hi-hats first, and then I'll go with the snare to get the rhythm, open hat, and then I'll add like a whole bunch of random perks. All right. So here goes one of the perks, Zayperk 5. No idea where I got this from. All right, and then here goes a clap. I'm pretty sure I got this from the Monty Booker kit. All right, and then here goes a snap. And then here goes a little laser. Here goes some rims. Here goes some of my perks. Another thing that I also like doing is pitching the perks. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, at least for me, I can hear like the certain notes within some perks, right? And I will use, and then so I will pitch the perks accordingly. That way they like kind of match the key. So then here goes another. It goes triangle. Pretty basic. Everyone uses it. And then I always put a crash in my beats. I don't see how y'all put. I can't do a crash in y'all beats because this is like, it just helps like ease the ear, you know. Like it just knows like, okay, this part's done. Let's go to the next part. All right, so now let's go ahead and get into the 808. So here goes the 808 pattern. No, nothing too crazy. And yes, this is the spins 808. So with that, then here goes the kick. For this little section, it gives a little space, and then after that, it just pretty much just stays busy the whole time. And then the same thing with the second 4 bars. So without further ado, here goes how the drums sound. And then effects for the drums, not really use any. You need probably like an EQ and then maybe some reverbs for the perks. And then maybe a little bit of panning for some of the perks too. That's just like a cool little thing I like to do. Then last thing I added was a little piano, right? Because I feel like I couldn't just rely on the guitar and the sample for the verse. So what I did was add this little key sound from Machi Booker's Kid. And then here's how that sounds like. And then pretty much, y'all, that's pretty much the whole beat. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna have this beat playing in the outro. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And without further ado, thank y'all for watching.